there's a lot of opportunity. Hindi ko naman masabi na wala sa atin. I think lahat may oportunidad. I think the opportunity that we have here in Australia is makikita naman natin na napakalaki talaga. And if you work hard lang talaga, makikita naman natin na magbubunga at magbubunga ang mga bagay para sa iyo. Especially sa future ng family natin. This is what we can give them, the next generation, like our kids. Na if they grow here, there's a lot of potential for them as well. So maganda para sa kanila.
Hello chef, kamusta?
Ayan, okay naman. Medyo busy sa kids.
Okay.
Na ano sila, nasa playground sila ngayon.
Okay.
Iwan ko muna sila tapos may meeting lang din. Pick upin ko sila mamaya para wala rin sigurong background music mamaya.
That's good. Okay. So, kamusta naman ang buhay-buhay natin? So, sa Melbourne kayo, no? Melbourne, Australia?
Yes. I'm a chef based here dito sa Melbourne, Australia.
That's nice. Alam ko, may mga kaibigan din ako dyan sa area dyan sa Melbourne eh. So tell me, Chef Ben, tell me about your journey pala from the Philippines to Australia. What was that like?
Yes. Actually, hindi naging madali yung process. Pero ang background ko kasi I was a chef and I was working in cruise ship. Actually, OFW first. Nagtrabaho tayo sa Middle East, sa Qatar for a year. Then, nagkaroon ng 7 years experience sa cruise ship, sa barko. And then, yun yung naging pathway ko nung way back 2014 pa nang dumating kami dito sa Australia. Nagkaroon ng 457 visa, sponsorship, so nagkaroon tayo ng invitation. So, yun na rin yung naging way namin para magkaroon ng permanent residency. And ngayon, is a citizen na dito sa Melbourne, Australia.
Okay. So from marami na akong mga kilalang cruise ship din galing eh. So one of my friends sa cruise ship siya pero F&B naman siya sa Singapore naman siya and then went to Singapore to the Philippines. Sounds like yung Filipino heritage mo really shine through your cooking talaga no kasi nakikita ko yung mga TikTok mo, yung Facebook mo. Can you tell me more about that?
Yes. Actually, medyo lately na-inspired ako sa Filipino food natin. Usually, ang background ko kasi is Western style. Medyo may mga iba-iba siyang klaseng technique sa pagluluto. Pero I just noticed yung food natin as a Filipino food. Medyo nahihirapan tayo to go to mainstream at the moment. Pero ang maganda, I think lately, mas nakikilala na ang pagkain Pilipino. I think siguro one way na pwede natin siyang ma-introduce is like what I doing right now sa TikTok sa mga content ko is showcase yung iba-ibang klaseng way kung paano ma-introduce yung Pilipino. Kaya I doing some Asian inspired Filipino fusion food. So doon ko siya nagagawa at nakikreate na something kakaiba pero Pilipino pa rin ang lasa.
Oo, maraming mga chef diyan sa area ng Melbourne. Nandiyan si Chef Anton din sa I think Bendigo ba siya o Ballarat?
Yes,
Ah,
Anton is a very good friend of mine, the owner of the Soul Food. So shout out to Chef Anton Linya.
yeah, so marami na sila. Sisig Filipino, si Barangay, yung owner ng Barangay Restaurant. So
Chef
na-interview
Red,
na, yeah, si
yes.
Chef Red, na-interview na rin natin yan about Filipino food. And yung nga, ano yung biggest challenges mo nung na you had to overcome para lang ma-establish yung sarili mo as like being a Filipino chef here in Australia pala?
Ang challenge talaga is, I think yung pagdating namin dito sa Australia, yun yung pinakamahirap, eh, when you start muna. Yung wala kang kakilala, walang family, and you you never know what the future will bring you. So dun pa lang sa pagsisimula medyo challenging na. Kasi pagdating namin naalala ko, kami ng asawa ko, um, we don't have enough funds para makapag-start. I remember parang $100 lang ang dala namin nun, and we need to parang pagkasyahin yung within a month. Medyo na-delay pa yung salary ko at that time. Pero I think that's the challenge, eh, parang how we survive on that period of time. And then after that, regarding for being chef, maging madali naman din sa akin yung sitwasyon kasi I think the challenges already when I was working in the cruise ship. I remember yung challenge sa barko, sobrang hirap talaga. So, nung pag-transition going here sa Australia, mas na-appreciate na namin yung trabaho bilang kusinero kasi nahirapan na kami working in the cruise ship. I was just gonna tell a short story about the life in cruise ship. We need to work for 7 days for more than 10 hours pa nga minsan. And here sa Australia, you only need to work for 38 hours or 5 days. Minsan 4 and a half pa nga. So, hindi naman siya naging madali sa adjustment. Pero yung talagang starting lang ng buhay namin dito sa Melbourne, yun yung naging challenge. Pero other than that, naging okay at na we are blessed na nagkaroon ng mga community na tumulong din sa amin at mga kaibigan na nakilala.
Okay, tama 'yun. So, networking sa mga Pilipino at, Australiano. So, paano mo na-introduce yung yung siyempre yung Filipino flavor talagang kakaiba 'yan, eh. So, paano mo na-introduce 'to sa mga hindi mga Pilipino na maging familiar sila sa flavor ng Filipino cuisine? At ano yung nakikita mo sa future ng Filipino cuisine dito sa Australia? Kasi mostly sa mga restaurant maraming Vietnamese cuisine, meron Chinese, so Thai. Ano yung nakikita mo marami na tayong mga Filipino chef dito sa Australia, pero parang yung ating cuisine parang hindi pa masyadong nakikilala.
Yes, that's actually a good question. Actually, right now I'm working as a head chef sa isang private golf club here in Melbourne. So the way I can introduce yung Filipino flavor is dun din sa mga dish na aware sila. Let's say mga background ng French, Western, or Asian food as well. Um, para mas madaling ma-introduce, I'm just trying to fusion some ideas and try to combine and then bringing the Filipino flavor dun sa plate. So, yun yung isang way na ginagawa ko. And regarding sa future ng Filipino cuisine, napakaganda, sobrang ganda. Ang dami ng mga Filipino restaurant. Parang if we return 10 years ago, ilan lang ang Filipino restaurant, pero ngayon sobrang booming ng Filipino food here in Melbourne. So nakakatuwa at maganda yung nagiging future ng Filipino food natin.
Oo, that's nice na marami ng taong kasi minsan kasi mahirap yung yung magtayo ka ng restaurant na Filipino restaurant kasi sa hindi naman lahat, kasi some Filipino is that, ah, mahilig tayong magluto sa bahay siyempre. 'Pag pupunta ka sa restaurant, parang
Yes.
iba yung taste sa restaurant na yung niluluto mo. So, maybe sana yung mga Pilipino is just support yung kapwa Filipino natin na nagtatayo ng restaurant para lang makilala yung ating mga food and hindi lang adobo lagi kasi mostly adobo, eh.
Yes, yes, tama, tama ka Biko, tama, tama. Actually, I have a small business as well, a product. This is one way I can give an example. So we have a small business. It's named Brias Pucci. It is a frozen Filipino sesame balls. So we are distributing na sa mga Filipino store, Asian store, sa mga cafe and mga Filipino restaurant as well. But what's unique about our product it is the buchi. If you're familiar with the buchi, the sesame balls, so what we did is we put some Filipino flavor in it. We put some ube filling, and the technique that I use, I get it inspired from the fried ice cream. If you the fried ice cream is pretty similar with the buchi that we have. So I try to fusion both of them, and then it become our product. So yun din yung isang way ko to introduce the Filipino flavor. Nakakatuwa sa mga restaurant partner namin. They're trying to tell us na chef, nagustuhan nila yung buchi natin. Yung they put it on appetizer, sa dessert, sa main, they put it on the main, on the laureate. So it's a one way to contribute na makilala yung Filipino flavor, especially the ube. Napakalaking bagay para sa atin, mga Pilipino.
Yeah. Oh, I will try that. Hopefully, do you na-distribute kayo sa Adelaide kasi base ako na Adelaide eh.
Yes. Oh, yeah. Hoping this quarterly of the year. We have some contact already na mga store sa Adelaide, and definitely I'm gonna message you pagka available na siya dyan para or maybe we can visit you, or we can visit Adelaide, and then I can drop you some samples and product as well.
Alright, maraming salamat. So, balikan natin yung sa pagiging isang Filipino migrant. Lahat tayo nagsimula din sa maging maganda yung buhay natin mula sa para sa ating pamilya, for our kids. Ano yung say how did you overcome pala yung feeling mo being a homesickness tsaka yung cultural isolation yung dumating ka dito?
Well, the good thing with this generation, we have a lot of uh, advantage of the technology. So regarding with communication, we always talk to our parents and some of our families sa Pilipinas naman through Facebook, through online. Nakakatuwa na nakakausap namin sila. And maliban pa doon, when we came here dito sa Melbourne, talagang dalawa lang kami ng asawa ko. I remember that time I was thinking kasi I was OFW. Isa sa naging motivation ko is to start a family sa land base. Kasi I remember yung umaalis kami sa aeroplano. Kaya shout out sa mga OFW natin, no? Sobrang taas ang respeto ko sa kanila. Ang hirap para iwan sa atin yung mga pamilya natin. Yung scenario na gano'n sa airport, talagang I think that was a challenging part. Pero binata pa ako at that time. Pero sabi ko, hoping na pag nag-start na kami ng family, makapag-start kami ng family, nasa land base na kami. So that time maganda at pinalad at naging blessing naman sa amin yun na nakapag-start kami ng family na nandito na kami sa Melbourne. Kaya yun din yung isang naging motivation namin. And then right now we have 2 kids, Bria and Bray. So they're the one who inspired us to continue, and this what sacrifice is for them, for the next generation, sa mga bata.
What advice would you give to say other Filipino who are like considering migrating in Australia or New Zealand or any other foreign land pala?
Yes, actually, there's a lot of opportunity. Hindi ko naman masabi na wala sa atin. I think lahat may oportunidad. I think the opportunity that we have here in Australia is makikita naman natin na napakalaki talaga. And if you work hard lang talaga, makikita naman natin na magbubunga at magbubunga ang mga bagay para sa iyo. Especially sa future ng family natin. This is what we can give them, the next generation, like our kids. Na if they grow here, there's a lot of potential for them as well. So maganda para sa kanila.
Oh, tama. Tama 'yun. What's the message of hope and encouragement would you say like to share with other Filipino migrant na nanonood ngayon at nakikinig sa podcast natin?
And I think regarding with the hope, you need to think of way na long term, and think of way na makita nyo yung future nyo. And one way you can do is always start on your plans. Kasi minsan naiisip natin na yung mga plano natin is naiisip lang natin pero hindi natin nasisimulan. So, I just remember parang may quote kay, nabasa ko lang kay Zig Ziglar na you don't have to be great to start, but you have to start to be great. So, yung mga plano natin, kailangan natin simulan. And like in business, you need to start small, but always think big. Think big na kung ano yung future na may bibigay sa'yo pag nagsimula ka. So, ano man mga plano or mga balak natin in the future, we need to start. So, I think that's what I can say is start what your goal right now. Especially January, start your month with great plans towards to your future or towards to your year.
Oo, tama. In line sa sa sagot mo na 'yan, ano yung goals mo tsaka pangarap mo sa iyong culinary journey?
Yes, actually, every chef's dreaming naman na to have their own restaurant. Maliban pa doon, I'm just dreaming of to push the Filipino food forward talaga. It's in business or if it's in on a community, hoping na magkaroon tayo ng mas malalaki pang community na para makatulong din sa mga chefs or sa mga entrepreneur na gusto magsimula ng business or yung naki-create nilang ideas, ma-execute din nila. I think that will be great as well na may mga community or mga mentors na tutulong sa kanila to start them. Kasi mas maganda yon para sa ating buong Pilipino na makilala ang produkto natin. If you want to check our product, meron kaming Facebook page. It's Brias Buchi. And we will update you sa mga available products or available stores na and mga cafe and restaurant partner namin para kung gusto niyo siyang matikman or medyo curious kayo kung ano ba yung produkto namin. And you can follow me on Chef Ben Roquero sa Facebook page as well if you want to know about more sa food fusion, Filipino fusion, or mga creative things na simpleng bagay para mas makilala yung Filipino flavor. Yun lang. And thank you very much, Miko, again for having me here in your podcast. And I hope na nakapagbigay tayo ng value sa mga listener and viewers mo dito.